Hello beautiful, welcome back to my channel and welcome to this video that's going to be the makeup firsts tag. Speaking hard, but we are just going to answer these fun questions and just going to let you know about some of my makeup first, and hopefully you'll enjoy the video. And if you haven't been here before, if this is your first video here, hello, my name is Angie. I am such a lover of beauty makeup. I love everything beauty makeup related, and I have been in this community for 7 years now, so I feel like I have quite a lot of experience from not only makeup, like wearing makeup, but also the makeup community. And if you want to see some more videos, don't forget to subscribe because I upload 5 videos every week. This tag was created by my friend Linda for Glitter Fallout. She actually let me know on Polo that she was working on a tag, and I was like, babe, as soon as you release this tag, I'm filming it. And I'm filming this the day after she put it live. I don't know exactly when this is going up. I'm trying to pre-film a little bit, but I love the questions and I love Linda. I will leave her video and I will leave her channel down below. Don't forget to check her out. She's definitely worth a watch. So I've been using, this is makeup first, like the firsts in makeup, and I have been using makeup since I was really young, and I am 38 at this point, so I feel like I have 30 years of using makeup in my back pocket. So I have a lot of interesting, I'm guessing, perspectives on makeup. I've been on YouTube for 7 years now, which is a really, really long time. And yeah, I'm just super excited to be sharing my thoughts with you. I did film this look. I used the Nomad new palette that is inspired by the cloud forest in Costa Rica. This look is already live and I will leave that down below together with the things that I have on my face in case you are nosy. I will also leave the questions to this tag down below. Don't forget to check the description box for all the info to everything is always in the description box. Okay, these are 9 different questions and we're going to start with number 1, that is, what first made you interested in makeup? That is easy. My mom used makeup and I thought that it looked really fun. I thought it looked really fun. My mom used a lot of makeup. She have this is in the 80s. I saw my mom wearing makeup in the 80s. And if you weren't around for the 80s were wild. I was born in 1984 and I still remember the end of the 80s and I remember the beginning of the 90s. And let me tell you, the beginning of the 90s is just as wild as the end of the 80s. A lot of blue mascara, blue eyeliner. My mom had purple lipstick. My mom had a gray metallic lipstick at one point. She just really liked makeup, and I mean, she had a lot of makeup, and I thought at that point that she had a lot of makeup at home. She never used eyeshadow though. She used lipstick and eyeliner and mascara and bronzer and all of those things. She never used eyeshadow really though, maybe a color or 2, but that wasn't really her thing. She had a lot of really fun lipsticks though. So I got into makeup by seeing my mom apply makeup, and I mean, at this point, of course, I have a lot more makeup than my mom ever had. I have a room here, but it's also my job, it's what I do for a living. I mean, my mom used to work in archives and she has a lot of more old books and papers than I have, so I think it all pans out. But that is how I first got into makeup, and I just feel like I saw what people were wearing. You know, sometimes you look at a picture and you're like, oh, that's so beautiful. I feel like I saw the makeup early on. I could see, oh, that is a white eyeliner, that is a shimmery shadow, that is I feel like I could see that pretty early on, and it got me interested in makeup. And I feel like even before, this is the reason why I went on YouTube, is because I had a lot of makeup. I had a lot of makeup. I had a vanity before I discovered the makeup community online. Before I even knew that there was a makeup community online, before I even knew that there was people doing makeup on YouTube. Before that, I had a vanity, I had a lot of makeup, and I love wearing makeup and I love wearing color. So for me, the reason why I started doing YouTube is because I realized there are more people like me out there and I can talk to them and I can connect with them. So I've always really liked makeup and I've always really liked experimenting with makeup. The second question is, what was the first makeup you ever remember applying? Easy, lipstick. Because my mom had a lot of really fun lipsticks, I used to steal them and think that she couldn't see that I was wearing them. Of course she could see it, but yeah, lipstick definitely. Lipstick was my first makeup product, and it's of course because my mom was into lipsticks. My mom pans lipsticks, actually uses them up. I know who does that, but I mean, she uses lipstick every day, even if she's just at home, she likes lipstick. So she'll pan lipstick. And yeah, that is definitely the first makeup product that I started applying. Who was the first makeup YouTuber you remember watching? Also super easy. I've told this story before. I'm gonna do a really short and sweet version of the story. Like I said, I didn't know that there was a makeup community online. I didn't know that this was like a job, that this is what people watched. I used Instagram. At that point, I was still getting out because I've been modeling for a really long time, and I was getting out of modeling. I grew tired of it. I didn't want to do that anymore. So I was like unfollowing a lot of people that I followed through my modeling, and I was trying to find my other interests online. So I started to like follow people on Instagram that was like makeup brands, not makeup artists, but makeup brands, to see their products, because makeup was another interest of mine. And at that point, I was freelancing as a makeup artist for some like print and for live TV, and also for like some brides. Not real. I didn't love doing makeup on others because, and I'm gonna say this, makeup on others is very predictable. It's very safe, and it's not the kind of makeup that I enjoy doing. So I just wanted to see what was out there. I didn't really know that there were like influencers, or that there were people out there doing makeup on themselves to like inspire others. I didn't know about that. So I was following a brand, I'm fairly sure it was Gerard Cosmetics, and I was following them, and they reposted a girl that was wearing lipstick, and it looked beautiful, and I loved her makeup. And I went back to her page, and I saw that all of her posts was about makeup, and I was like, oh, this is a thing. People post about makeup on Instagram. Maybe this is what I can do with my Instagram, instead of like what I was doing at that point, which was just posting like selfies and modeling pictures. And I didn't want to do that anymore because I was tired of it. So I started following this girl, and at one point she put something, and this was like 7.5 years ago, because it was like a half year before I started my YouTube channel. And time went by, and at some point she put a picture out, and she was like, this look is live on YouTube. And I had no idea that that is what people did on YouTube. I used YouTube for music videos and like basically like how to kill bosses in World of Warcraft. Like I was looking at tactics, because at that point I was also playing World of Warcraft, and I had been playing World of Warcraft for a lot of years, and I was just trying to, I was raid leading, so I was trying to learn the tactics. So I had no idea that people were doing like makeup on YouTube. I had literally not a single clue about that, but I searched for her name on YouTube. She came up, and I watched the tutorial, and at this point I realized that the tutorial that I watched is probably not even the picture that she posted on Instagram. I didn't even realize that you could like have a channel around it. I saw her name, a tutorial came up, I watched it, and at that point I think I thought I watched the thing that I saw on Instagram, but now looking back at it, I realized I just literally clicked the first video that came up. And I watched it. At the end of the video, she said, don't forget to subscribe. And I pressed the subscribe button because I was like, didn't know that that was a thing. I was like, I want to see more. And it said you had to log in. So that's when I made my YouTube account at that point. And that was April. And I uploaded my first video in August. And I created my account in April. And I'm fairly sure it was April. Was it March, May? But it wasn't like springtime. I think it was April. So I created my account that very day to subscribe to this girl. And after that, I started finding other people as well. I started like collecting more people in my subscription list that I was watching. But that is how I first got into YouTube, because I found a picture reposted on Gerard Cosmetics, fairly sure it's Gerard Cosmetics Instagram, but they reposted Jaclyn Hill. And that's the first channel I ever subscribed to. And had it not been for that, I don't know if I would have found YouTube at that point where I did, where I got inspired so quickly, and I immediately felt like I could do this. Because in June, I remember telling my ex-husband, I'm like, I could do this. I could do this. They seem like they have friends. They seem like they hang, like, I want to get friends. I want to talk about makeup. So I actually, my last paycheck I got as a model, I actually bought my first ring light with that so that I could film videos. And that's how I started. Yeah, and so Jaclyn Hill was the first person I ever subscribed to, and I'm still subscribed to her. Who was your first true makeup muse? I would say Jaclyn Hill, because I was very inspired by her at the beginning. Now, when time has passed, I realized that her and we don't have the same makeup style really, and we don't have the same makeup preferences. But maybe that is, although I will say that back in like early 2000s, I was extremely, like I said, I could see makeup products. I can look at celebrities and I can see makeup products, and I can go to the store and try to simulate it. So maybe like pop stars in the early 2000s were my first makeup muses. I remember trying to buy that blue sparkly eyeshadow that Britney Spears had in a music video. I remember going looking for that because I wanted to have something similar. I remember looking for like the kind of lip liners that I remember Pamela Anderson having. Like, so maybe celebrities in the early 2000s, but if we're talking about the makeup community, definitely it's Jaclyn Hill. And when it comes to today, like who are your current makeup muses, there are two people on Instagram that really inspire me with their color choices and their makeup looks. And even though I do not do the exact same makeup as they do, I still am very inspired by the looks that they do. And I don't want to say that I never really recreate their looks. I have recreated one of their looks, but I don't really recreate their looks, but I'm very inspired by their looks, and I always am excited to see what they post on Instagram. Let me go and look so I can get the correct names. I know that one of them is Mayletta. I've talked about her before. Let me find the other girl as well. The second one is AJ at AJ Belarte. I am not 100% sure where she is from. So how to pronounce her last name, but she's so incredible. And I think I found both of these girls when they were using brands that I really love, which is like Odensai and Kaleidos and Colourpop. I think that's how I found both of these girls, and I just feel like they are super inspiring, and I feel like both of them are playing in color and doing stuff that is, I would go out in this. A lot of the looks are stuff that like I would go out in this, but it still photographs really well. And just really, even though it's not exactly the kind of styles that I do, and I'm not trying to copy their looks, I still feel like we have the same ethos when it comes to makeup. And it's like colorful and playful and creative. I try, but still stuff that I would like go out in and live my life in, because I'm living my life in this look. I never do makeup for YouTube or for Instagram. I do makeup and then I go out and I live my best life in my makeup. So these two girls, absolutely stunning. I will leave both of them down below. They are very popular on Instagram, so it's a big chance that you're already following them. But if you're not, I highly encourage you to do that. What was the first high-end makeup product you bought? I don't remember this. I've talked about this in a video before, quite recently, that I actually used to have a really bougie makeup taste. I used to only buy department store counter makeup, and I think that like, I mean, I was in Sweden, I was in my early 20s. I'm gonna be honest, unless you bought drugstore makeup at that point, and if you remember drugstore makeup back in the early 2000s, it wasn't really that good. It wasn't colorful. The quality was very hit or miss, leaning on the miss. So I only bought like Clinique, Dior, Lancome, Chanel. I had a lot of Chanel makeup, the Lancome mascaras and the Juicy Tubes, and I have Clinique. I had eyebrow pencils and like powder. I just had a lot of makeup. Helena Rubinstein. I used to have makeup from Helena Rubinstein. Are they still a thing? Are they around? I don't know. But basically, I was loving those kind of brands. Maybe a Lancome mascara could have been my like gate into that place, because I know my mom used to love Lancome Hypnose, and I know I bought it because she loved it, and I also really loved it. I think Lancome mascaras are really good, so that might have been my first thing. But I used to have a lot of high-end mascara. Like one of my favorite looks that I used to do when I was out like going out in nightclubs back when I was like 21, 22 maybe, was I had one of those water liquid eyeshadows from Chanel. Tell me if you remember this. And it was two-faced, and you had to shake it, and it became this sparkly, beautiful, watery thing. You put it on your eyes, you dabbed it out, and it was dried down. It didn't crease. It looked beautiful. I had it in a pink, sparkly one, and I used to have that, black eyeliner, mascara, and Juicy Tubes. I remember thinking like, ooh, I'm the shiz right now. So yeah, I love that eyeshadow by Chanel. I remember I was so sad when it dried out. Oh, that was a really nice one and so expensive. What was the first makeup purchase you waited for and bought the second it was released? This is so easy because this happened just after I started following Jaclyn Hill on YouTube. Just after that happened, she released her first palette with Morphe. And now I'm not talking about that white palette. I'm talking about the favorites palette that she did with Morphe, where she was picking some of their favorite singles and putting them in a palette and just printing her name on it. And she released that just after I started following her, if I'm not totally mistaken, or maybe even even before I started following. I don't remember. It could have been just when I was following her on Instagram before I found her on YouTube. I don't remember. But she set a date and a time, and I was like, oh, put it in my calendar or like in my phone as an alarm. I went in and I bought it on launch, and then everyone was talking about how hard it was to get and how they wished they could have gotten it. And that was the first time I actually set my alarm for a release, but I didn't realize at the point at that time how correct I was in actually putting an alarm, because I got it at release time. I didn't have any problems at all, and it got shipped to me in Sweden, and I really liked the palette, but I didn't realize at the point how coveted this item was. I didn't understand the hype of the beauty community at that point, but that was definitely the first release where I was like, oh, there's a specific time that this product is releasing. Let me just put the time in my calendar in my phone and I'll just buy it. So yeah, that was the first time where I set an alarm to buy it. I didn't understand the hype of the beauty community at that point. I didn't understand how smart I was in setting an alarm, let's say. Number 7 is, when was the first time you had your makeup done by someone else? Did you like it? I am fairly sure that the first time I had my makeup done by someone else was when I was modeling. I can't remember me having my makeup done by someone else before then. Before then, I was the person that did my friend's makeup when we were going out partying. I would like apply some sparkly eyeshadows or help them with their lashes or stuff. Like, I was doing other people's makeup. So the first time that anyone was doing my makeup, I am fairly sure that that was for a makeup shoot, and that might actually have been the first time that I was published in a magazine. Actually could have been the first time that someone did my makeup, because I remember how beautiful I felt. And she did the typical glamour bronzy eyes, and because this was a bikini shoot, like a lingerie shoot, and I was in a magazine that was like a Swedish version of FHM basically. And I remember that I had my makeup done, and I think I was like 21 or 22. I think I was 22. And I remember my then like manager, I want to say at the point, he was like, how do you feel about going more blonde? Because this is my natural hair color, and now I have a little gray in it as well. And I remember he was like, how do you feel about going more blonde? And that's actually where I went more blonde as well, because they bleached my hair and they gave me like the bronzy look with the lashes. But I was already wearing lashes, but I remember that I was like, oh, it's so different when someone else is doing your makeup, because I really thought about like how she did my brows and where she put the bronzer. So that's the first time where I can remember at least someone doing my makeup. And I will say, the more I got my makeup done, because I modeled for like a really long time. Like I modeled for a really long time. And I will say, the more I got my makeup done, the more I got to realize what is it that makes me love my makeup sometimes when they do my makeup, and hate the way they do my makeup sometimes. And I will say the biggest difference in how I loved or hated how they did my makeup is, a lot of times makeup artists would use a too matte and too light foundation on me, so I looked flat. And also they would do my brows in a way that just wasn't flattering for my eye shape. And also a lot of the times they would put a lot of blush on me here, and it made me look rounder. It just made my face shape look different. And also a lot of times when they did my makeup, when I looked in the mirror, I was like, ooh, this is a lot. And then when they put the flash on and the photo was taken, it looked beautiful. And that also made me realize that sometimes what looks good on camera isn't necessarily what looks good in real life. And I've worked really hard during my time on YouTube to find a balance where I have makeup that I feel looks good on camera and in real life, because I'm wearing this makeup, I'm not taking this off, this is staying here, okay? That was a long and winded like tangent that no one was asking for. What's the makeup product you own that should be the first one to throw out in a declutter, but you just can't do it? Okay, this was really hard for me because I did a really ruthless declutter when I moved here. We moved to Texas from Sweden about, now it's like 7-8 months ago. My husband got a job here and he's doing his postdoc, so that's why we're in Texas for a couple of years. Then we're probably moving back to Europe. I don't see this going in any other way, let's just say. And I did a really ruthless declutter, but one of the things that I kept is this H&M Beauty lipstick in Saunier. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. The reason why I kept this is because I love this formula and I love this color. And I was gonna say, and I had a hard time finding a dupe. And now I'm like, it's this color, isn't it? And I know I kept this because I was like, oh, I remember in the Declutter, I was like, I'm just going to keep one of these because I love them. I'm going to keep this one as a limited edition color that I don't know if I have a dupe for. And now this is a cream though. Maybe this is a little bit more on the neutral side. I love how I thought I didn't have a dupe for this one. Let me actually, this is the lipstick that I'm wearing today. Love this Give Beauty lipstick in Lovable Me. I love all the shades that I have. Let me see. It's not exactly a dupe. Yeah, this one is a little bit more on the brown side, and this one you can see it's leaning a little bit more on the red side. Interesting, very interesting. So I'm gonna, listen, this is the reason why I kept this, because I want to see if I have this color in my collection. I can promise you right here, I have this color in my collection. I just need to look better and actually look, because I'm sure I have something like this in my collection. I would, maybe Noah, actually, by Natasha Denona, that could be a dupe for this, because that is more brown, but yeah. I really like this color. I'm sure I have a dupe, and it's an old lipstick, and it's cream, and I probably should get rid of it, but I know I kept it because I really like the color. It should probably not go on my lips though, let's just put it like that. Okay, last question, number 9. What is the first thing someone should know about makeup? Oh, there's a couple of things that I wish people would know about makeup. First of all, practice makes perfect. I know that that's not what you want to hear. I know that people want to have like a, how did you learn to do your eyeliner? I've been doing my eyeliner since I was 18. That's the answer. How did you learn about lashes? I've been doing my lashes since, I want to say 2001. Probably 2001 or 2002, because I remember I was in high school and I was wearing lashes for the first time for New Year's Eve, and it took me a really long time to put them on, but I finally got them on, and I remember thinking, oh, this is going to be easier next time. Was it easier next time? I don't know about that, but yeah, practice really does make perfect. And I know that's not what you want to hear. The best time to practice is before you're taking your makeup off, or before you're washing your face in the evening. Because if you fluff up, it's okay, baby. You're going to bed, wash it off, go to bed, practice again tomorrow. That's the best tip I think I can give. But I will say one of the best tips that I probably could give to someone who's younger, something that I would have loved to hear when I was younger, is that makeup isn't what makes someone pretty according to the norm. And I think that sometimes younger girls, including me, would look at a picture of a celebrity that's really beautiful. Like me, I was analyzing the picture. Oh, she's having brown lip liner and she's doing her brows like this, and I think that is bronzer, and that might be like a light purple eyeshadow, thinking that I would also look like her with that. But that's not what makeup is here for. It's not for you to look like that person. It's makeup. It's not magic, and it's also not plastic surgery. And I noticed that sometimes when I was doing makeup for others, they would show me a picture and they're like, I want to look like her. And I would have to like explicitly say, like, I can do your makeup like she has her makeup, but I can't make you look like her. And I wish that we would just embrace a little bit more how we look, and not think that makeup can transform us into something else. Makeup isn't here to make you look prettier, to make you look like someone else, to make you look like a better version of yourself. You're already the best version of yourself. Makeup is here to make you be creative and maybe just have a little fun. And you can definitely make yourself look like this one day and this the other day, as long as we are still okay with the thought of makeup making us look different, not better. Not prettier, not more presentable, not beautiful, just different. You're already a 10. You don't need makeup to be beautiful. And that we look at pictures of people wearing makeup a little bit more critically. Like, is it the makeup that's making her look like this, or is it that she's already beautiful? Because I remember when I got into the beauty community, what was it, 2015, a lot of people that was really popular within makeup, and this is shady. I realized that this is shady. They weren't good at makeup. They were just pretty. And I feel like now, as 38, I'm okay to admit that a lot of the people that became really popular within the beauty community, it wasn't necessarily because they were really good at makeup. It's because they were pretty. And conventionally pretty according to the norm. I hate using it like that, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, this was also a long and winded tangent that nobody asked for, but thank you so much for giving us these questions to answer, Linda. If you wanted to do the tag, check the questions down below. Don't forget to tag Linda, tag me as well if you want to. I'd love to see it. And yeah, I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again for a new video very soon. Bye!